Greetings and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to talk about railroads suing the federal government over crew size. On April 11th, 2024, 4 railroads sued the Federal Railroad Administration in federal appellate courts to throw out the 2-person crew ruling. The railroads were the Union Pacific, the Burlington Northern Santa Fe, and 2 short lines, the Indiana Railroad and the Florida East Coast Railway. While the railroads gave no reason for the lawsuits, the Union Pacific said in a statement, quote, "This rule, which lacks any data showing 2 people in a cab were safer than 1, hinders our ability to compete in a world where technology is changing the transportation industry and prevents us from preparing our workforce for jobs of the future." Unquote. Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers and Trainmen President Eddie Hall said, quote, "The railroads and their trade association appeal every safety reform," unquote. The railroads argue that positive train control designed to prevent collisions has made the conductor unnecessary. They say eliminating the conductor would improve his quality of life because he would not have to work unpredictable hours. That's laughable because the railroads want to put the conductor in a pickup truck. If the conductor were in a pickup, the railroad would have him or her work with many trains, and the working hours would be more unpredictable, and there would be fewer conductors. Some points to note. There is no data suggesting single-person crews are safer than 2-person crews. The collective bargaining agreement calls for 2-person crews, so why the lawsuit? Use your imagination. Not all railroad trackage is accessible by pickup truck. Have you ever watched an engineer work? Maintaining a constant speed requires faithful attention to the speedometer and constant throttle adjustments. The engineer has to monitor the rear end telemetry device and all the air pressure gauges, as well as the radio, all while paying attention to the right-of-way. Engineers must also continually watch approaching vehicles at road crossings until the vehicle enters a road crossing. A lone engineer cannot continually observe a motor vehicle approaching from the left. Railroads and stockholders need to be reminded that when employees work, they earn money, and then they spend that money on goods, and those goods are transported by trains, and that makes for a healthy economy. Makes sense. Take care and put some sand down.